Pisces, this is your forecast for the month of January 2018. This is a general reading for Pisces Sun, Pisces Rising, or Pisces Moon. For a more rounded overview, watch your rising and moon sign. You can join me on Facebook and Instagram for daily insights on tarot and astrology, as well as my pay-per-view channel, vimeo.com/thealchemistastrologer, where you can find on-demand pages for love, finance, and other readings. Your weekly readings will always be free here on YouTube, but if you'd like to support me on Patreon, I'm now at patreon.com, The Alchemist Astrologer, and all of this information is down below in the description box. Now, the underlying energy is this Ten of Wands, and so you are feeling as if you are carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. Now, for some of you, this is about you taking on some unreasonable obligations, and that ties back to you putting yourself last on the list. Maybe you're very ambitious. Maybe you're a workaholic. You've got a lot of things that you want to do, and you're working hard to make those happen. For some of you, there could be some health issues that directly relate to, actually physically doing something. Maybe you were laboring in some way. Maybe you were moving furniture or moving something heavy, and now you're dealing with the ramifications of that physically. But again, this is another indication that you're dealing with what your endurance, your stamina, your strength is, and you're at a crossroads. You don't know how much more you're capable of taking on, whether that's something physical or stress related or tension or confrontation with other people. And you're going to have an opportunity, fortunately, to make some changes for the better, especially if you're not resistant, if you're willing to push forward and try, because that Nine of Wands is a victory card ultimately that comes after a struggle. So you're going to have some opportunities to make some changes, but you're going to have to, again, get your emotions in check. You may be blowing something out of proportion, making it more important than what it is, attaching this all-out intensity to a situation or an outcome or a person. And that's really where the problem is. It's not the situation itself. I mean, maybe you're dealing with something problematic, but not necessarily to the degree that you seem to think it is. Now, this is also a period where you can make some changes by changing your attitude, getting control of those emotions, changing the way you work, becoming more efficient. Perhaps you need to delegate some things, or maybe you need to release some of your plans or your ambitions, or maybe, you need to spread some goals out. If you let go of some things and you're letting go for the right reasons, something better that you probably didn't think of is going to appear for you. Now, it's going to be easy in some situations, again, for you to fall back into a rut, for you to, do the same thing because that's what's easiest, and you're going to let yourself down. Maybe you're going to let other people down, especially if you're cynical or pessimistic or apprehensive. You're being very defensive. You're closing yourself off. You're blowing things out of proportion. You're misconstruing the facts and ultimately creating more problems. In fact, maybe you're dealing with the burden of other people, or in the worst case scenario, you're becoming a burden. Now, some of that may tie to, again, some kind of health issue. Whatever it is, there's going to be some changes this month, and they connect to your ambitions. You're doing a review. There's some opportunity in front of you that you're having to consider. Now, it may tie to, a job opportunity, maybe the chance to travel. Maybe you're going over your finances. Maybe, you're thinking of combining forces with another person. Maybe you're just trying to drive a point home and protect yourself. You want to prove something, and maybe you're trying to clear your name or get some exoneration, or you want an apology or some recognition. Whatever it is, you have an opportunity before you that will broaden you in some way. And you're going to have to trust your gut about it in order to make the decision to move forward. And you can't allow any doubt to get in the way, because somebody's going to see that as an opening to take control and take your power away from you. By the same token, it is important that you deal with the facts rather than letting your emotions or your self-righteousness or your ego take over, because that might get deflated for you in some way. So this is about doing this review of something that you want, some decision, a chance, an opportunity, and whether you want to take it. Because if you do, the world's your oyster. You've got the green light to go ahead. And if you decide for yourself that it's not good for you, just as well, you can easily remove yourself with no harm done. Now, there's some plan, some idea or goal that you have, or even some manipulation that you are acting on with all of your strength, belief, conviction, and commitment. And in fact, there is a call to action, but it requires that you use your sensibilities, your practical approach, and measured realism. You're focused on some forward movement, some action, some responsibility, and there's a strong move toward furthering your goals. And your practicality will ensure your success. All right, Pisces, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss anything. And of course, you can always book a personal reading at thealchemistastrologer.com.